The U.S. is spending $2 trillion more than it earns. Debt's exploding, the dollar's collapsing, and the new bill just made it worse. Is a financial reset coming? The United States is facing a deepening debt crisis, and it's not just politics. It's about math. In 2024, the U.S. is spending $7 trillion, but only collecting $5 trillion in taxes. That's a $2 trillion hole, and it's getting worse. The recently signed One Big Beautiful Bill, backed by former President Trump and lawmakers, sounds great on the surface, with no tax on tips and overtime exemptions. But here's the catch. It adds $3.4 trillion to the national deficit over the next decade. Worse, that deficit isn't spread evenly. In 2026, the deficit spikes by $500 billion. In 2027, it jumps by $600 billion. That means heavier borrowing and rising interest costs in the short term. And those interest payments, they're eating up more of America's budget, leaving less for education, healthcare, and infrastructure. You pay more taxes, but get less in return. The White House claims this bill will reduce the deficit and grow the economy. But here's the contradiction. They're also raising the debt ceiling by $5 trillion. That's not reducing debt. That's doubling down on it. Even Trump's tariffs, projected to bring in $336 billion annually, cover just 4.8% of total spending. It's like throwing a cup of water on a forest fire. Meanwhile, the U.S. dollar is weakening. Global trust is fading. By May 2025, the fiscal deficit hit $1.36 trillion, already worse than the same period in 2024. Now, central banks worldwide are ditching the dollar and buying gold. Fast. That's a huge red flag. It signals the start of de-dollarization, a slow but massive shift in the global financial system. The bottom line? America's current path of massive borrowing and political spin is unsustainable. The dollar is in trouble, and your wealth could be next, unless you prepare.